Imagine a man who could make millions laugh with just a look, a stumble, or a perfectly timed line. But behind that smile, destiny was silently preparing a shocking twist. John Ritter, one of America's most beloved actors, rose to fame as the unforgettable Jack Tripper in Three's Company. He became the heartbeat of American sitcoms, a face that defined joy for an entire generation. But in 2003, at just 54 years old, John's story ended so suddenly that even today, fans struggle to believe it. So what really happened to this comedy legend? And why does his legacy still feel alive every time we hear laughter echoing through a living room? Jonathan Southworth Ritter was born on September 17, 1948, in Burbank, California. His childhood was far from ordinary. His father, Tex Ritter, was a famous singing cowboy and a star of classic Western films. Growing up in Hollywood's shadow, John could have chosen to live quietly under his father's reputation. But he had a different spark, something that couldn't be hidden. At first, he didn't even plan to act. John studied psychology at USC, but destiny had other plans. Once he stepped into a drama class, it was like he had discovered his true calling. The boy who once watched his father perform was now preparing to create his own legacy, one that would take a very different path. Then came 1977. A quirky sitcom about three roommates sharing an apartment in Santa Monica hit television screens. It was called Three's Company, and John Ritter, playing the goofy yet lovable Jack Tripper, became an overnight sensation. His talent wasn't just in the dialogue. It was in the physical comedy, the body language, the timing. He had a rare gift, the ability to make even the simplest situation explode with laughter. By 1984, John's brilliance was undeniable. He won both a Primetime Emmy Award and a Golden Globe Award. In that moment, John Ritter wasn't just another actor. He had become the face of American comedy. But success in Hollywood is fragile. When the spin-off Three's a Crowd aired in 1984, it lasted just one season. Still, John's charisma was untouchable. Audiences loved him not just as a comedian, but as a warm, kind human being behind the scenes. Ritter refused to be trapped in one role. In later years, he moved into drama, appearing in films and TV shows that revealed his depth as an actor. He starred in the classic TV movie adaptation of Stephen King's in 1990, showing audiences he could be more than just funny. He could also be deeply moving. Friends and co-stars described him as genuine, humble, and endlessly generous. Despite his fame, John never carried himself like a star. He was the kind of man who would crack a joke just to ease someone else's pain. And perhaps that's why his death came as such a crushing blow. September 11th, 2003. John was rehearsing for his sitcom 8 Simple Rules when he suddenly fell ill. At first, people thought it might be something minor, but within hours, the truth unfolded. John wasn't suffering from indigestion or fatigue. He was experiencing an undetected aortic dissection, a rare tear in the heart's main artery. By that night, the world had lost John Ritter. He was just 54 years old. A man who had spent his entire career bringing life, joy, and laughter was gone in the blink of an eye. For fans, it felt unreal. How could someone so full of energy, someone who seemed immortal in laughter, be taken so quickly? John Ritter left behind not only his fans, but also his family. His children, including actors Jason and Tyler Ritter, continue to honor their father's memory through their own careers. His wife, actress Amy Award, turned her grief into action by raising awareness about heart health and aortic dissection. And his father, Tex Ritter's legacy of bringing joy through entertainment lives on through John and now through his children. 3 generations of storytelling, laughter, and performance. Even today, reruns of Three's Company bring smiles to new generations. Because that's what true legends do. They transcend time. But here's the twist. For all the fame, awards, and success, John Ritter's greatest achievement wasn't just on screen. It was a reminder that laughter is a form of love. Every giggle, every burst of joy he sparked, became part of his eternal legacy. And perhaps that's why, more than 2 decades after his passing, fans don't just remember John Ritter. They feel him every time they laugh. So the next time you watch a sitcom and find yourself smiling, remember, laughter is timeless, and legends like John Ritter never truly leave us. If John Ritter made you laugh, even once, keep his memory alive. Like this video, share it with others, and subscribe so we can continue honoring the icons who shaped our world.